Hi traders, this is Gomathi Shankar. I am happy to meet you all in a new video. If you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell notification. Thank you all my dear 52k subscribers. I thank each and every one of you right from the bottom of my heart. Together we grow as a price action trading community. Don't forget to share my videos to all your trading circle so that they will get benefited from my educational videos. So in this video I am going to review the weekly newsletter which I launched on Jan 24th. When I issued this newsletter on Jan 24th, I am telling my view about the market for the week 25 to 29. So let me go back to trade plan for upcoming week, that is for the previous week. I posted on 24th January. So here my trade plan for Nifty is, as per CPR, we are having a wide CPR as well as a overlapping descending CPR. See, there is a small difference between a descending CPR as well as overlapping descending CPR. In this case, both the CPRs are having enough amount of gap between them, and this is called as a descending CPR. But if you look at this particular chart, the market was having a overlapping descending CPR. So this is how the CPR has formed for the previous week, and that I have cropped and I have posted in my newsletter. Okay, so this CPR is a little wide as well as a overlapping CPR because the CPR, both the previous week, earlier week CPR as well as the previous week CPR are in contact with each other. So this is called as an overlapping descending CPR. Now my outlook is clear that I am having a sideways to bearish view. Now why I am telling sideways? See, if this is not an overlapping CPR, and if CPR was here, then I would have said only bearish. Since the CPR is overlapping, I have added the word sideways because whenever there is an overlapping CPR, the chances of market being less trending as well as sideways are high. So remember this particular point. Whenever there is an overlapping ascending or descending CPR, the chances are high for the market to stay sideways or less trending. Now, what is our expectation for the week? So I have given here very crisp and clear within few points. There is an overlapping descending CPR for the upcoming week. Market closed below last week's CPR, indicating a bearish momentum. Let me go back and show you the chart. So we are looking about the previous week, right? So let me go to action replay and let me skip the previous week. So if you look at this chart as well as my point, so I have given here the market closed below last week's CPR, indicating a bearish momentum. So here, if you see the earlier week, on 22nd January, the market is closing here, which is below the CPR. And what is my next point? If Nifty closes below 14,230 in hourly chart, it may lead the price towards 14,000. So again, let me switch off the CPR and let me show you. So the CPR, so the price is trading around 14,366. So here what I have told, if the price closes below 230, okay, if 1 hour candle closes below 230, roughly around this particular point. So if 1 hour candle in Nifty closes below this level, then I am telling the price will go towards 14,000. Okay, so approximately the level is around here. So this is what I have explained in my third point. Now, keeping budget 2021 in mind, market might be volatile. That's known to everybody. So stick with less position sizing along with strict stop loss. So how to stick with less position sizing, how to keep your stop losses, where to book the profits, you have to consult your mentor. So now, as I said in my weekly newsletter, what happened? The market opened on 25th January, well above my level, but what happened? All of a sudden the price started to come down and it closed below my level on the first candle of 27th January. Even on 25th, the market did not close below my level. But on 27th January, there was a gap down. The price opened below my said level 14,230. So what I will do, I will take a position. And what happened, as I said, the market rallied very ferociously towards my set level 14,000. So in a single day, the price reached the target level. Now my target level, which I said in the newsletter, has been reached. So what can I do for the remaining days? Because still the market is on 27th January and still 2 more days to go. So what will be my upcoming targets? So what you have to do, you have to switch on the weekly CPR. Whenever you are using a 1 hour chart, make sure you use only weekly CPR. I have seen people using daily CPR in a 1 hour chart. That is a wrong practices. So whenever you use a 1 hour chart, make sure you have turned on the weekly CPR. Now, my level 14,000 has been reached, as well as weekly CPR level, weekly support to 13,918 has also been reached in this particular candle. So now my next target will be 50% of S2 as well as S3. So what is the 50%? A rough 50% is around 13,750. So this is my rough 50% of S2 and S3, weekly S2 and S3. And then my next target will be S3. Okay, so this will be my next target, that is target 1, and then my next target will be target 2, weekly S3. Sometimes, depending upon the market situation, I will divide this 50% itself into 2 parts. Okay, it depends on the market situation and the candlestick movements. So even this I will consider, this 25% also I will consider as my target, and then 50%, and finally 75%, and then finally 100%. Okay, so this is how I split my targets and I do a quick scalping. So let's go back and see what happened the entire week. Okay, so the entire week, what happened? The market easily reached the target S3. See, the wonder and the magic of price action trading is the market perfectly reversed from weekly S3. And another important point is we saw a 50% level, right? That 50% level around 13,750 is also acting as a strong support. You can look at this. Okay, so this is the importance of using a CPR into your trading. Now, Nifty trade plan went as per my analysis. Now, Banknifty. Now, in Banknifty, what is the scenario? It is having a descending and wide CPR. Now, earlier in Nifty, we encountered a overlapping descending CPR. But this is a pure descending CPR. So what I have mentioned, this is a descending CPR, this is a white CPR, but I have given sideways to bearish view. Now what is the reason? Let's see. In my expectation, last week Bank Nifty was wild because of narrow CPR. This week sideways to bearish market is expected, but hourly candle close below 3900 will take the price down towards 3300. Okay, so the market is expected to be sideways to bearish above 3900. See, I am expecting the market to remain sideways above 3900. Let me open Bank Nifty chart. Let me skip this week. So this is a descending CPR, right? So what I am expecting is, if the candle closes below 3900, let me draw a line. Okay, so here it is 3900. Okay, a rough level of 3900. So if the market is closing below this level in 1 hour chart, then definitely the price will be heading towards 3300. Okay, so this was my view in Bank Nifty. And the last hope for the bulls is when the hourly candle closes above 31,500. So let me draw a line at 31,500 as well. Okay, so this is a rough level of 31,500. So what I have said in Bank Nifty is, if 1 hour candle closes above this level, market is bullish. And if 1 hour candle closes below this level, then market is going to be bearish. If market closes below 3900, then the market may go up to 3300 for sure. And if that level is reached, for the upcoming targets, I will be using my weekly CPR as I said in Nifty. So my next target will be weekly S2, and then I will be dividing this into 4 parts. Okay, so this 25%, 50%, 75%, and then 100%. This also I will use as my targets, because many people were asking me, sir, as you said, the Bank Nifty broken 3300, it easily went till 3300. Now how to guess my upcoming targets? Where will I keep my upcoming targets? So I thought I will make this video so that you will be clear about the upcoming targets. Now, less positions should be taken considering the budget 2021, and inexperienced traders can avoid trading in Bank Nifty for a couple of weeks. That is really good, because I feel happy that I added this point, because Bank Nifty was wild for past couple of days. Now let us see how Bank Nifty respected my levels. So Bank Nifty in 1 hour chart, what happened? The price was tumbling around 31,500, and finally what happened? The 1 hour candle closed below my said level 3900, and within the next 2 hours the price reached my target 3300. And finally the next day what happened? The price gapped down and it went to weekly S2. Okay, so I said this 25% level, right? So that worked here perfectly, because Bank Nifty was not having the proper momentum to take the prices down further. Okay, so this 25% has acted well as your target. Okay, so this is what happened in Bank Nifty as per my weekly newsletter. I hope you all understood about Nifty and Bank Nifty trade plan and how it happened in the market. Now, what is my trade plan for sectors? Every week I am discussing about my trade plan for any 2 sectors. So the first sector which I am planning to consider is Nifty IT, because in Nifty IT last week the CPR was very narrow. Okay, so I was considering that as an important factor. Now the second thing is The Nifty IT is having a descending CPR, it is a narrow CPR, and the trend depends on hourly symmetrical triangle breakout direction. Now let me open Nifty IT and let me show you how Nifty IT perfectly went as per my view in newsletter. So let me skip last week using bar replay and let me show you all the chart. So this is how Nifty IT was looking like when I prepared my weekly newsletter. And the CPR was also narrow as I have given in this image. Now what happened? The trend depends on hourly symmetrical triangle breakout. Okay. And here sector is stuck in between 26,000 and 26,700, which makes us to expect a sideways market. If you see this particular level 26,000, where is 26,000? So here is 26,000 and here is 26,700. Okay, so the sector is stuck in between this level. Okay, if you look at these days, on this particular day, here as well as here, as well as here, as well as here. So for almost a week, the price was stuck inside a range, a 700 rupee range. But still it is maintaining a symmetrical triangle. Okay. Now, the stocks to watch out in this sector is Infosys and TCS. Now, this symmetrical triangle breakout is awaited, and based on that particular direction we can plan our trade. So as I said in my weekly newsletter, see what happened in Nifty IT. Okay, so this is how Nifty IT went last week. So this view was given well before the week in my newsletter itself. So don't miss to read my weekly newsletter, which I am launching every Sunday in my Telegram channel. Now, the symmetrical triangle has been broken in the very first 1 hour candle of Nifty IT. So I will plan my trade and all my weekly targets are reached. All my weekly targets are reached. And as I said in my weekly newsletter, the sector was stuck in between 26,000, 26,700. And that level has also been breached here. See, this is that level. So that level is also broken here. So this will be my second entry. So when I am planning a trade here, I will exit at S1 previous week low. And when this range is getting broken, once again I will plan my trade. So my trade in Nifty IT is Infosys, because Infosys perfectly replicated Nifty IT. Look at this. So Infosys perfectly replicated Nifty IT and my trade was in Infosys. So predicting any sector, any particular company is very easy if you are looking at the chart in a price action way. Okay. Now, the final sector which I was expecting to give a good move was Nifty Auto. So in Nifty Auto last week we had a ascending CPR. So this CPR range is not too narrow and it is not too wide. So this we call as the medium CPR range, and it is having an ascending CPR as well. And the automobile sector was performing well in the earlier week. Let me open Nifty Auto and let me skip last week. So the automobile sector was performing well and we had a ascending CPR. So I had a view of sideways to bullish. Now why I have given sideways to bullish is already the price has rallied too much in the earlier week. So I was expecting a little bit of pullback and consolidation. So I have given a view sideways to bullish. So I was bullish in Nifty Auto, and I have clearly given here, ascending CPR plus the bullishness in overall trend concludes the sector to reach new high. Since many automobile companies started to focus on e-vehicles, the sector will perform well for investing point of view as well. And the major sector contributing this particular index is Maruti and Mahindra. Now, the market went against my prediction because I will tell a simple reason. I have given a view in Nifty Auto that it will be sideways to bullish. Now, market was unable to sustain above the weekly CPR. See, remember people, this is one important rule. If the candles are above CPR, then it is going to be bullish. We can have a bullish view. And if the candles are staying below the CPR, then we will have a bearish view. So this is a general rule for CPR strategies. Now, if you look at the earlier weeks, the automobile index was above the CPR. It was above the CPR. It was sustaining above the CPR. See here the important point you should note is the candles are below the weekly CPR, but still it managed to come above the CPR, breaking the first candle high, and then the rally started. Now, the same way, the candles are sustaining above the weekly CPR, but there is no energy for the bulls. So, when the first candle low is broken, there was a huge fall. So, whenever I say bullish, I want the candles to sustain above the CPR, and whenever I say bearish, I want the candles to sustain below the CPR. So here the candles are not eligible to sustain above the CPR, so they came below the CPR, and now my view changes and I will be bearish. So the same thing happened in Maruti as well. Maruti and Mahindra as well. See here, the candles were unable to sustain above the CPR. See, when the candles are not able to sustain above the CPR, what happens? Slowly they will make lows. Okay, slowly they will come down. So these are the identifications the sector is getting weak. These are the identifications this particular company is getting weak. Okay, so that's why the automobile sector had a good fall. Overall, almost all the sectors was having a huge fall. All the sectors are in a negative note. If you see the major sectors, even the pharma sector, even the FMCG sectors, they were on a negative note. Okay, but one common thing which you can notice is all the sectors will be staying below the CPR. If the candles are staying below the CPR, be alert, the week is going to be bearish. The metal, it is staying below the CPR, it's bearish. The energy, it is staying below the CPR, it's bearish. The media, it's staying below the CPR, it's bearish. And PSU banks, they are staying below the CPR, and now they are giving a correction. And realty sector and infrastructure, see, all the sectors are below the CPR. So what happens? The market will be bearish. Okay, so this is what happened last week as per my weekly newsletter. So don't forget to download my weekly newsletter. It's available for everyone, so that you will gain a little amount of knowledge out of it. So if you have not read any of my weekly newsletter, I have given the link in the description. You can download it. You can backtest in the charts, and you can gain some good amount of knowledge out of it. So thank you for watching.